Welcome back everybody to another F124 video. My name is CringeyJesse and this time we are at Australia. Round 2 of Season 2 out of 16 rounds to go, and we started off strong this season with a win at Jeddah. So that will put us at number 1 in both the constructors and the drivers, with Charles Leclerc and George Russell following behind us in the driver standings, and Ferrari and Mercedes following behind us in the constructors. So it's still early to be like, ooh, I'm scared, but at the same time, I am driving a Haas, so I don't. I got a copyright strike. No, I'm very confused now, because a lot of my F124 videos are saying copyright underneath, and I don't know if that's like a bad thing or what. So I need to go and check that out, because as far as I know, I'm not doing anything that's worth being copywritten stricken for. It literally says here in the settings, as I will show you. Where's the audio settings? As we scroll down to music, wherever music's at, music type, theme, music type. Choose between a curated playlist, this can be customized in the EA Music menu, or this year's official OST. Selecting theme is streamer friendly and will avoid copyright strikes if uploaded. So I'm literally not doing anything to get copywritten stricken for, so I don't know why every video I see, except for one here and there, doesn't say, it says copyright. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to look into that later. So that was fun. Little info for the start of this stream, or video, sorry. Yeah, anyway, let's get into it. I'll see you guys in qualifying. Here we are in Q1 in Australia. I am going to try to do this a little bit differently this time around, because with my work schedule, I really haven't had time to do this during my work week, but now that it is my weekend, I have time to sit here and play, and in a way I want to record more than one, and it would be faster if I could drive while doing the voiceover at the same time as we come around the last two turns here, going to the line on our first flying lap to the line here in Q1. Across with a 118.1, that's going to put us P5 behind Albon, who's in P4, and Theo Pourchaire is going to cross the line and go P5, putting us down to P6. So, are the Williams upgrading, or am I just that bad? So it looks like we're actually just that bad, as we are sitting P19 with George Russell behind us. So, I mean, I doubt that didn't last long at all as he gets up in front of us there. We are doing 10th faster at the moment as we come down into Sector 3, where we are, I mean, we're improving, but can we keep it up there? We got a couple of more turns to go here. Sitting P20, we need to be P15 or higher to get into Q2, and that is the goal here, to get into Q2, sorry, as we are now 3/10, 4/10 faster. ERS down to the line, full speed, 6/10, cross the line, and we end up P14. And here we are in Q2, Theo Pourchaire setting the fastest lap at the moment. We are on the tires that we just used in Q1. I think that was a little bit of off tracks, but this is definitely not going to be our fastest lap. Like I said, old tires from Q1 that we've already used for 2 laps. This would be the 3rd lap, and that was a very slow turn there. So already seeing some places to improve when we put on those fresh tires at the end of this run, but hoping this doesn't put us dead last as we come up to the line. We will definitely see. What was the last one? A 118.1. We've already done a 118.6, and out of everybody who has crossed the line, we are behind them. Theo Pourchaire and Albon, and there goes Max Verstappen with the fastest lap. So here we are on our final run here in Q2. We have a purple sector 1, a green sector 2, sitting P15 behind Hulkenberg, Corsair, and Gasly, going well over a second faster than our first lap, which I think is ultimately, at the moment, well faster than our fastest lap from the first Q1, well not first Q1, Q1, anyway, you know what I mean. Coming around the last couple of turns, ERS, DRS, down to the line. That's going to put us 2 seconds faster than our original, I think. It might have been 1.998. And we go P3. We actually go P3. Here we are in Q3, the top 10 shootout. Who will end up on pole? Where will we end up? That's the most important thing. We are following, I believe, Carlos Sainz, who's up in front of us. I don't think we are close enough, really, to get the slipstream, as whoever's in front of Carlos just locked up going into this turn here. It is Carlos. So, again, don't think I'm close enough to get the slipstream. We're also on the tires that we used in our final run, so these are the second time around the track these tires are going. So I don't know if that's the fastest we'll be able to go. As we come down to the line, Lewis Hamilton takes provisional pole for the moment, and we take provisional...
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now, the tank's pretty much empty.
Provisional 10th place with a 1:16.7, which is way better than one of my first laps. Coming to the end of our final lap, qualifying is over. As soon as we cross the line, we have a purple sector 1 and a green sector 2, as we're only going barely over, well now under, a 10th faster, and it looks like we are about to be going a lot slower than our first original lap, which ultimately sucks. As, oh no, we spun. We hit the wall. And we damaged our wing, and it looks like it is a P10.
Damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing. Suggest we box to change it.
It is a P10 start here in Australia. That was fun. We made it to Q3, we made it to the top 10. So hopefully we can make something out of it in the race.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Albon, Sainz, Jester, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Gasly, Théo Pourchaire, Hulkenberg, Joe, Ocon, Bottas, Tsunoda, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Here we are getting ready to start this race in this rain. 20 laps it looks like it will be as I get off the line just a little slow, but I'm able to catch up. Oh, side by side with Carlos Sainz going down to turn 1. Oh, forgot the braking zone. Oh, hello, Williams. Little touch on the inside there of his car. And we will secure P8 for now, as it looks like Piastri was trying to go around the outside. I'm going to take the dive up the inside for P7. And now I'm behind Leclerc, who is behind my rival, my overall rating rival, George Russell. Slid into the wall there a little bit.
Okay, I think we're still the right tyres for the time being.
There is a yellow flag. Something happened to George Russell. That's going to put me up to P5.
Okay, so gap to the car
Wait,
ahead,
did something else happen?
5.9 seconds.
Because I was P7. I was P7. Now, no, I'm P6. I looked at the wrong one. Okay. I was looking at Leclerc. Oh, it's a blue car. Probably, oh, it is a Red Bull. It's just not Red Bull. And it's another safety car. So this time I am going to box. I'm going to just go ahead and box for the other tires, because I know they will last till the end of the race. I'm not sure how much of a smart idea this is. Like I said, I do know that I will come out in last place.
VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Okay, so now that we are back to racing speeds, I am in P18. with some fresh inters on, and I'm about 6.5 seconds behind Boundary Botas in that group of cars. I don't really expect to make an undercut on the cars that were in front of me before I boxed, but hopefully I will be able to get my spot back with nobody around me to make me nervous or scared around the turns. Maybe I'll have a clean couple of laps ahead of me, and we will end up, right back where we started, if not better. We have a couple of people in the pit lanes as we come around here to start lap number 11. We're still behind Charles Leclerc, but by 2 seconds this time, so maybe the undercut kind of worked. Charles Leclerc being held up by people that are slower than him for sure. They have yet to box, so maybe that'll help me out as they all go into the pit lanes.
Esteban is in the pits.
I get back in front of Russell. Ocon is sitting P8. Worst teammate ever, but if he can help us get double points, I won't complain too much, as I am still behind Leclerc, where I can actually see Leclerc. I can actually see Perez. I start to slide though. That's not going to help me catch them. Here we are on lap 20, coming to the end of the race. We are still sitting P6 behind Perez, who was slowing down, but just not enough for us to catch up, as we weren't going fast enough to catch up. Lewis Hamilton taking the final fastest lap as of right now, but there's a couple of people who are going faster than they were before. Me with a purple sector 1 and a green sector 2 coming across the line. It will be a P6 finish for us. We will get points again this race. I don't know if we got the fastest lap. We're going to have to wait until the end to see so. But starting in P10, finishing in P6 here in Australia with, if I'm not mistaken, Lewis Hamilton winning this race.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
And it is Lewis Hamilton who got the win. We got to see him celebrate on the podium with Fernando Alonso in P2 and Max Verstappen moving up to P3 to finish out the podium. Charles Leclerc will finish in P4, Sergio Perez down to P5. We move from P10 to P6, so we do get some needed points there. George Russell falls down to P7. Lando Norris falls down to P8. Oscar Piastri up in the points in P9. Pierre Gasly up in the points in P9. Carlos Sainz falls out of the points along with Alexander Albon. Lance Stroll 13th. Esteban Ocon finishing P14, which he moved up. He started P17. Nico Hülkenberg started P15. Finished P15. Valtteri Bottas moving up from P18 to P16. Zhou falling from P16 to P17. Theo Pourchaire falling from P14 to P18. Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo finishing in their respected spots, but before the race even finished. As we take a look at the standings, driver standings, Lewis Hamilton takes the lead by one singular point. He is above me with 35. I have 34, sitting in P2. Fernando Alonso and Charles Leclerc tied with 30 points. Max Verstappen's Red Bull, wow, why'd I say Red Bull? Max Verstappen in P5 with 21 points. George Russell in P6 with 21 points. Sergio Perez P7, 10 points. Carlos Sainz 8 with 8 points. Lando Norris in 9th with 5 points. And Lance Stroll in the top 10 with 4 points. Then you have Oscar Piastri with 2, Alexander with 2, Pierre Gasly with 2, Esteban Ocon leading the 0-pointers. Behind him is Nico Hulkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda, Valtteri Bottas, Zhou Guanyu, Theo Pourchaire, and Daniel Ricciardo. Moving on to the constructors, Mercedes takes the lead in that one with 56 points. Ferrari in second with 38, Haas in the third with 34, tied with Aston Martin, who is in P4. Red Bull 31 points in P5, McLaren 7, Williams 2, Alpine 2, Cash App RB 0, Kick Sauber 0. As we take a look at the ratings, experience moves up to 77, racecraft stays the same, awareness up to 84, pace stays the same, focus moving up to 86, and that's going to keep us at 87. But I feel like with one more good race, we will be at 88. Still a 55% recognition, 8% bonus. Years with team is a 4.50 now. Current contract is a 3.50. So that is, in fact, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 2 5s. Yeah, that makes 8%. I don't know about the academy choice, because if there's no academy choice percentage, then why am I even still with Haas? I'm gonna stay with Haas. Haas is my favorite team. I'm gonna stay with them throughout this contract, and then we'll see what happens at the end of that contract. But we are working our way up to a third R&D secret upgrade. I still don't know what that is. If you do, please let me know down in the comments below. Pardon, please. Our specialist power unit, we got that one. Strategy, we got that one. Wind tunnel. That's the second time we've completed it at 3, so I feel like we should definitely have 4. We should definitely have a level 4, unless there is no level 4. And that will bring us to the end of week number 2 in Australia. As we go, and we're going to go look at some R&D here. It wants us to do some chassis. It wanted us to do that one. Do we do that one? Ocon is already looking at that one, so I'm not going to look at that one. Do I want roll dampers? What about engine? Because an engine, we love engines. We can't afford engines. We can't afford engines. I love engines, but I can't afford engines. Wheel rim covers. Oh, what's going to give us that one? I want that one. 100% I want that one. And yeah, I can't get anything else. So we're done there. And as we look over here, we have an oil pressure pump coming, reliability testing for the energy store coming, and we have a season break. So let's go ahead and sim that up real quick. Let's see what all we get besides weekly resources. As the oil pressure pump, I think we get that one. It looked green. We get that one. That was definitely green. I am a red-green colorblind, so sometimes I might mess these things up. So, DRS maximum slot gap. We got that one. We also have wheel rim covers coming in. We have an ERS cooling coming in, and we have the Miami Grand Prix coming in. So let's go back to R&D, see if there's anything. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing that we can buy. As we sim up to the next Grand Prix, we will have the rim covers. We will have the ERS cooling. We will get some more weekly resources. And the Miami Grand Prix is up next. We have 540 R&D points. So we're going to go back to the R&D. It really wants me to get this central under tray. So we're going to get the central under tray. I'm not exactly sure when it will come in. I probably should have looked at that. It's going to come in Monday, May 27th. So that's not going to tell us. Where's the schedule? Can we look at the schedule? It said May 27th. So I don't know when May 27th is. Can I go and look at things? That puts us at the 4th best car on the grid, though. The 4th best car on the grid. So 100%, and we're very, and I mean very, very close to Ferrari. That's the closest team we are. We have that little line that's over the original line, but that's upgrades coming in. And that one looks like it's very, and I mean very close to Aston Martin, which puts us also very close to Red Bull. So ultimately, Esteban Ocon has no excuse for not finishing in the top 10 in the next couple of races. Well, at least here in Miami, because, sorry, we have a better car than Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, Williams, Visa Cash App RB, and Kick Sauber. Going in to Miami, it was a chassis, and it was this one down here. I'm not going to cancel it. It's in 20. Oh, there it is. So we're going to get it before the Canadian Grand Prix. So we have the Miami Grand Prix, and I believe Imola, and then we have the Canadian. So we're going to get it in between the Imola Grand Prix and the Canadian Grand Prix, which I'm okay with. I am okay with. And what a good start to the season. First race we won. Second race we got P6. And on the third race we're coming in with the fourth best car on the grid, which means hopefully double points by the end of this weekend. And I can't wait for it. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you can't wait for the next video, hit that subscribe button. Once again, let me know how you feel about this type of video when I talk during the race instead of after the race as if I'm telling y'all what happened. If I ever, and I mean ever, have more time throughout the week, I promise you I would put probably just a little bit more effort into the F124 video making, just because there's a lot of things that I see that are really, really cool. But ultimately, I would love a PC before I even do that kind of stuff. I don't know how Arva does it, but I love the way Arva does his videos. I want to watch more of Suz. I don't know how you say his name. S-U-H, Su? Anyway, it sounds like he does voices over while he's driving live. I don't know. So, but until I have more time, I'm going to keep doing it like this. That way I can save time between making videos on the weekends, if I even get time during the weekdays. Plus, with F1 Manager 24 coming out Tuesday, yeah, I'm going to have two types of videos coming out, F124 and F1 Manager. So anyway, if you can't wait for the next video, hit that subscribe button. I don't know what it is you guys do outside of YouTube, but I hope you enjoy your life doing so. And I will catch you next time in Miami.